Hey, and good morning, everybody. How's your Saturday
Morning.
going? Good morning, Shannon. How you
Morning,
doing,
Rod.
brother?
I'm I don't know if I'm bright eyed and bushy tailed, but I'm here and I'm semi conscious and got some coffee, so I'm ready to go.
There you go. Sound like me. That's how I wake up in the morning too, man. It's just like groggy. But
Right.
oh man, did you have a good week?
Yeah, well, it was a short one because we had the holiday and all that, but it seemed like the short weeks are longer than the full weeks because like everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and
Oh,
the heat in there is getting like really bad. So once it gets hot in the 80s and 90s, then that distillery and that bottling house, man, it just stays that way. So you're like, you know, you don't really have clothes; you have adhesive on you because your clothes just like glue. But
yeah,
other than
just
that, all good. I got off work and I was coming home. I'm like, how about your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good, pretty good. Had the like you said, the holiday going on there, so that was a lot of fun. Got together with the family over at my folks' house. They had their traditional cookout on 4th of July. Got to see my brother and his two boys, and
Oh,
hung
cool.
out. My kids showed up and everything, so it was a good time. And I always eat too much because my mom she cooks everything. I mean, she'll have hot dogs, hamburgers. She'll make special cheeseburgers and stuff like that. She also does a number of desserts. So it's just like, oh man, brownies, and she makes this. It's like a strawberry cake. It's like a birthday cake. It's a strawberry with strawberry. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not supposed to have this stuff.
Right.
But I figured, once a year, gotta
It's
gotta indulge a little bit, right?
not gonna hurt you, is it?
No, not gonna hurt me any more or any less. Oh, yeah. And last night I did the Geeky Puppet Show last night, and man, I'm telling you, I they had me doing three different parts, and I was starting to get my voices mixed up because I was doing three different voices. I was I was doing Marvin the Manhunter as Thor. I was doing Sean Connery as Black Knight, and then I was doing what was my third one? Oh, I just had it and I lost it. My third one was Shannon. I mean Sean Connery, um, Marvin the Manhunter, and
Marvin the Manhunter. Who's Oh, you mean Marvin the Martian?
oh, Marvin the Martian, not Marvin the Manhunter. Marvin the Martian, yeah.
Man, getting your cartoons mixed up. That's
I
bad.
know. Holy mackerel. I know what the other one. The third one was Macho Man. Uh,
Oh, there you go.
I did the Macho Man. Oh, that was the second one. I did the Macho Man as the Green Goblin.
Oh, I got you.
What was the? Oh, the third one was Dusty Rhodes as the Executioner.
The Malcolm Dream.
That's it. That's live and in living color, baby. Oh, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do
Oh,
that.
cool.
You gotta try it sometime. They're a blast, man.
Yeah, I might
So,
have to get hooked up on that sometime or other. It sounds like fun. I've
oh
watched
yeah,
a lot of them. I haven't got to comment much, but yeah, they're it's hilarious, man.
oh yeah, they have a lot of. I'm still trying to learn the inside jokes that they have. So I don't say too much because I'm learning their humor and their inside jokes because they've been doing it quite a while. But it's a lot of fun if any of you get to see it. Definitely check it out, the Geeky
Oh,
Puppet Show.
it's a cool show. Really good.
So. Well, what do you think? You think we should open up the doors and let the peanut gallery in?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All righty, here we go. Good morning, everybody in the peanut gallery. How you guys doing this morning? Let's see what they have to say today. We're going to start things off with Easy Comic Reader. And you know what that means. Time for a little music. Fly me to the moon. Let me read up there with those stars. Let me see what comics are like on Jupiter and Mars. I love Frank Sinatra, so that was an easy one. I love that.
Frank's got nothing on you, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
You are always there with the lyrics. I like it.
Oh, I know. That is great. I love the creativity. First thing in the morning, Easy Comic Reader. Thank you for hanging out with us again, sir. Good morning, Rod and Shannon, he says. Morning to the ever-loving Peanut Gallery. And also, we've got Mr. Rob Brown.
Hey, Rob, how's it going, buddy? We were just talking about you pre-show.
Yeah. We should see if maybe that looks familiar. Oh.
Yeah, I said I got that first one coming in the mail.
There we go. Great to have you with us there, Rob. Thank you for spending some of your Saturday with us. He says, take a bow, Shannon. And Lady M. Maranya is with us. Are trekking across the universe. I remember that was when I got married. We got married in '88. We were down on our honeymoon down in Florida. And that song, there were two songs. There was that one, and I can't remember. Oh, the other one was Don't Worry, Be Happy. You know, those two songs were played, I think, constantly on the radio. Star trekking across the universe. He's dead, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember it?
Yeah.
On the Starship Enterprise under Captain Kirk, star trekking across the universe, boldly going forward because we can't find reverse. Great stuff. We got two musicians now. We're going to be have dueling musical openings here. And Rob Brown says, that skit is still cracking me up. And he's standing. He waves. He's waving. Waving at Maranya. Maranya says, good morning to Rod, Shannon, and the wonderful Nutty Peanut Gallery and all the nuts of the days out there. I'm hoping our nut of the day shows up today. Sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not, but I'm hoping he shows up this morning. We'll see.
Right. Hope so.
And the Professor Eric Breen is here. Rod, get Shannon to do some voices. See if he's geeky puppet material. Oh, I have no doubt he's geeky puppet material.
God. He's wanting me to audition now.
That's it. That's it. We got to get you on there, man. We'll hang out. Michael Taylor, good morning to you, sir. He says good morning. And he says good morning to Eric as well. And good morning to Maranya. And he said, good morning to Easy Reader. And hey, Michael says Easy Reader. Gotham City Comics.
Gotham City. Hey. Morning.
Thanks for spending your Saturday with us again, Kevin. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't seen Gotham City Comics, definitely check out some of Gratu Orloff's videos because a lot of times he'll have Kevin on right from his store, and he's got a fascinating store, incredible store, a lot of stuff in there, a lot of cool stuff. I love the monster masks and stuff like that. He's got in that little monster corner he's got, but fascinating stuff. So definitely check that out. And Ranger Sly from up north. How you doing, Ranger Sly?
Hey, Ranger. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Gotham City Comics. Howdy, he says. With the cowboy is my thing, man. There you go. That's it. The West. I'm with you. The Jackson Roy Kirk is with us today.
Happy to see you.
He says, hello, folks. And he says, I missed the show. Oh, but you're here now. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And Ranger Sly says, the Jackson Roy Kirk. He's waving hello. Quite Enough Sayer is here today. Hey, Jackson and all. He says.
Happy Saturday.
Yes. Thanks again, like I said, for spending your Saturday with us. Appreciate that. Michael Taylor says the 4th went like every other day, like the blink of an eye.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and I found, I'm sure a lot of you have, the older we get, the faster the days go by. Really does.
Yep.
And we have Michael Taylor saying, Doc, this is the 2nd time you've done the puppet show. Yeah, I think it was the 2nd time I did it. I think it was the 2nd time. Yeah. But I did the 2 shots last night, the double shot last night. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but I was getting my voices mixed up by the end. I was just explaining that to Shannon. I was doing 3 voices in one of them, and I was forgetting which voice went where.
Well, I guess a lot of it is, you can't distinguish that from the ones going on in your head. So, they probably forgive you.
Hey, I have to write down on a notepad what my character is, and I keep it in front of me so I'll know when to look for my character. That's how bad I get.
Yeah. Oh no, Marania's not having shrimp and cheesy grits. What's up with that?
Oh
no.
Let's see. We got to find out what's going on. Eric Breen, he says, and now you know why we don't let Rod sing on the puppets. Yeah, well, there you go. That's why a reason why my kids tell me, hey, Dad, when the singing starts, And nobody likes to ride with me in the car, because when I'm in the car, I got to have my tunes on. I'm playing my Spotify, and I'm cranking them, and I'm singing to the top of my lungs. That's all right.
Yeah, when I'm playing in bands, that's when I do my vocal practice, screaming to the top of my lungs, just me in the car,
Yeah, but you've got talent, man. You've got talent.
And then I'm all my neighbors, I'm kind to them. So when I do my bass parts, I just got headphones on and play through my pedal. So,
I think my neighbor, especially when I was a little kid, because we had the swing set out back, man. And that swing set was sacred territory. I'd be out there on the swing set and be singing, Sugar Sugar by the Archies or something by the Monkees or something like that, and they had to listen to me. And I didn't pay attention. We're just singing away, whatever. Ranger Sly says Sinatra was the most. I'm a big Sinatra fan as well. Absolutely. Michael Taylor says, yeah, old Blue Eyes, one of the greatest voices, if not the greatest. He says, sometimes we feel like a nut. Sometimes we don't. Absolutely. Michael says, meant sometimes. Yeah, I got you back. Michael. Ranger Sly says, stupid question here. Where can we watch those puppet shows? The channel, the link? I believe it's just, you can look up Geeky Puppet Show. I think that's the name of the channel, Geeky Puppet Show. And they do them Friday nights and Sunday nights. And they start at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. If I'm not correct, Eric or Marania, you guys can definitely give the proper information. But I believe that is it. And Marania says, I'd link you, Ranger, but I don't have moderator powers to do so. And hey, Captain UK Pop Culture.
No, there's something. Is there something about him today? I don't know. We should be aware of.
I think you're right. Hold on, let me just check here. I think let's see. There you go, Captain UK. You are the nut of the day, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for your continued support and for spending your Saturdays with us. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We really appreciate you, man. And I know he shows up like when we do individual videos. He's always there too.
Absolutely. For a
Always
long
appreciate
time,
his support
definitely.
and the great comments. Yeah.
Absolutely. And he says, good morning and afternoon to everyone here. And Ranger Sly says, Rod, you can make Maranya a moderator, please. I wish I could. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that, so I have no idea on how to do that. So if somebody can tell me something, how to do it real easy, real quickly, real easily, because I have no idea. And Maranya says, instead, I'm having cheesy grits with barbecued pork for breakfast
Well,
today.
there had to be grits in there somewhere. I mean, you know.
Oh, Ranger Sly, thanks, Rod. Found the channel and subscribe. Cool, cool beans. You'll enjoy it. You really will. It's a lot of fun. They have a blast there. And Captain UK says, I am truly humbled. Thank you, guys. Well, no, you deserve it. Like Shannon said, you've been there for a long time for us, and we really appreciate it.
This is true.
Thanks, thanks so much, man. You are the nut of the day. Maranya says, welcome to the exclusive club of nuts of the day. Captain UK. I don't know how exclusive or important that is, but doggone, we have fun here, and
Yes, we
it's
do.
enjoyable to do it. Ranger Sly says, congrats, Captain UK. And Easy Reader, congratulations. Thank you, Maranya, says Captain. And the Hotel Orlov, the great Gratu, is here today. How you doing, Gratu?
Good morning, sir.
Thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us. Appreciate it as always. And Maranya says the channel name is the Geeky Puppet Show. There we go. There we go. And Michael Taylor says, I've noticed if you don't put a period at the end, stupid auto spell will screw up your spelling. Oh man, don't get me started on auto spell, autocorrect. Oh my God. That is the worst thing I think ever invented. Because every time I speak into my phone, if I'm talking to my kids, it inevitably screws up whatever I'm trying to say. So it's totally something else. And sometimes it doesn't look like it's a good thing. So, and Quite Enough Sayer says, Captain UK, ever watch Mark Oldroyd? Now, Suddenly Comics. He's from the UK.
Something to check out.
Yeah. What's he do? Does he do hauls, and what kind of comics does he do? Always interested in finding more channels. Absolutely. Oh. All right. Well, that catches us up with the first edition here of the Peanut Gallery. So today we're going to be doing sci-fi. So that can go a lot of different ways. So what do you say, Shane? You first? Me first? What do you want to do?
I can't remember who went first last time.
Me neither. I never
remember tying my shoes yesterday either. So go ahead, man. You do first.
All righty. We got a few things right here. Let's see what we can do. All right. Well, I figured we'd start off with something that I just showed not too long ago. I think it might have been last week or whatever, but it still fits. So I'm going to just show it again. And that's that Marvel preview #1 with Man Gods.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Great Neil Adams cover. I showed a little bit, I think, before of the stuff inside, but I mean, talk about space.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Yeah,
it's just incredible stuff. You think of science fiction, man, this is the type of stuff I think of.
Yeah, I know on all those Marvel black and white mags, Neil Adams did some really nice covers for that, and like Deadly Hands of Kung Fu and Savage Tales, and just all kinds of great covers that he painted.
Oh man, you know me. I'm a Neil Adams mark, so I mean he can't do any wrong as far as I'm concerned. But look at that one there.
Oh yeah,
kind of
Yeah.
reminds you of like eternity there in the Marvel
Yeah.
comics a little bit.
I love that artwork.
Just incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. And for number one, for being a number one and having a Neil Adams cover, this book is not really that expensive on eBay
Yeah.
to pick up.
Yeah, it's
It
pretty
re-
cheap actually. Yeah. I
yeah,
got one several years ago, and I think mine might have cost me $5, and it was like in very fine shape.
yeah, you can. So if you're interested, if you're a Neil Adams fan and whatnot, or if you just like science fiction, definitely check this
Oh,
book out.
there's my man Alex Nino on the interiors. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I love his art.
I think he does the first story in here, if I'm not mistaken. Man Gods from Beyond the Stars. Yeah, it says script by Doug Monch.
Minch.
Monch.
Minch is the way it's
Minch?
pronounced. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And art by Alex Ninos. Conceived and co-plotted by Roy Thomas. So there's that
Yeah.
shot once again. So
Yeah, that's good stuff.
just incredible stuff. So we'll start off with that right there. And then another one, The Rook,
Oh yeah.
which is a great science fiction. I love this because it's got little aspects of, the like the West and time travel and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he's like a serious looking Han Solo type character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just got that feel, And so I really, really enjoyed this. This is issue number 2.
Yeah.
And this is a series I want to really collect. I'd like to get the rest of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's a lot of good reading in that.
what's that?
A lot of good reading in those.
Yes. Yeah. That's the only one I have, and I really want that one. I mean, I want to get those. Here's one from the 80s. The Survivors.
Oh, never heard of that one.
It's a independent group.
Cool.
Back in the early 80s, if I'm not mistaken, when all of a sudden there was like an explosion of independent creators and stuff. And this was Spectrum Comics, right? Yeah, Spectrum
Right.
Comics. They showed up at it was actually my first comic book convention, a little one around here, and that was where the Turtles guys showed up, and they were putting out the first 2 to 3 issues of the Turtles, and that's where I bought my first Turtles and met them. I got some original artwork from them and stuff. So,
Oh, nice stuff.
yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see here, and I got a portfolio thing with several pieces done by these guys with their different characters and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I don't think they lasted all that long. To be honest with you, I don't think I got anything past the first or second issue on their stuff. Because I just don't think they lasted too long.
Yeah.
So this was their first issue. The second issues went down to regular comic book size.
I got you.
So, but all right, and just a couple little odds and ends hanging around here. You when you're talking, space and stuff like that, science fiction, you got to include ROM.
Oh yeah.
The space robot or whatever. And there we go with another ROM number 34 with Submariner guest starring.
Yeah.
And here's the second part of that story.
Nice
Pretty cool.
cover.
Yeah, I like that one. All right. And let's see. We're going to jump into some mystery in space. Mystery in space. What's that?
Like the Muppets, pigs in space.
Exactly. That's exactly where it comes from. You got it. This is Mystery in Space number 56, and it's got Adam Strange.
Oh yeah.
So
Love
I'm just
Mr.
going to run through my run of Mystery in Space here real quick. So, and this is number 70.
He always fought a lot of those cloud and wind and tornado creatures, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah, yeah. There was a lot of those.
Because look, here's another one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed them all though.
Absolutely. And I pick them up whenever I can find one that's in good shape and affordable. I'll pick it up to fill in this. This is number 72 here.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing. I mean, Carmine Infantino, whether you like him or don't like him, I mean, he really did a good job on those sci-fi stories in the Silver Age.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did. The only thing I had about Carmine is sometimes when he draw the Flash, he would like draw him like, to me, like sideways, like he was two-dimensional but sideways, But this stuff here, this was obviously earlier, I think.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, to me, that doesn't even look like his art that I came to know later on.
Right.
I mean, that's really good art right there to me.
Well, maybe if on that Flash stuff where he was sideways, maybe he was hung over when he drew that or something. I don't know.
Maybe having a bad day at the office.
Right.
Oh, here we go with Mystery in Space number 75 with Kanjaro, the JLA villain.
Yeah, that was a good team with Infantino and Murphy Anderson doing the inks.
I mean, I love that art. That doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like his normal stuff. Is another good one, 76. And we got number 80. I don't know why I'm getting such glare today. And number 83.
Yeah, those are cool covers.
Yeah, it's just great. They're great stories, and they, Adam, these stories here, Adam Strange, he doesn't, number one, he doesn't get the love that a lot of the heroes do. But these stories, you don't hear anybody bringing them up or showing them or anything like that.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one here is number 84. This one here doubles as a coloring book because I started to color in pen, ink, and another cloud monster, right? This is a good cover. I like this one. Number 86.
Oh, yeah. I like the close-up on that one.
Yeah. That's just very cool. And here's one. If Higgy Pop is here, I don't know if he's here yet or not, but he'll enjoy this one. This is number 87, and it's got Hawkman in there.
There we go.
And yet another cloud vapor monster here, facing old Adam Strange.
The villains you can't touch.
I'm telling you, man. And here's another one. They used to alternate, I guess. This one here is part of the Doug Enstone collection that he would autograph each cover, I guess, maybe. This is number 89. If you look right up here in the M and the Y, you can see old.
Right. What? No certificate?
No, I didn't. It didn't come with one, and it's the doggone people
like that would have a COA with it.
You got to, and this is probably one of, if not my favorite cover that I have in that run right here, and that's number 90. I just love this cover.
Oh yeah, I love that story.
Yeah.
I got the reprint now, so I got to have it, and the one I got, mine doesn't look near as that good. I need to upgrade mine. Was that a 2-part story or just?
Geez, I can't remember when I read it, so I couldn't tell you. But it's a dual adventure. So it's with Hawkman. I don't know if they broke it up into two, like Hawkman was the backup feature or whatever. And I don't know if they started it in the Adam Strange portion and then continued it on to Hawkman backup.
I can't remember. I think it was reprinted in one of those DC Superstars of Space issues.
Well, let's just open it up and see. Let's get an answer. let's get an answer. All righty. Chapter 3. Let's see. We start. No, starting right off with them both in it.
Okay.
So now let's go to the back here, and it says the end. The second story down there, just above the Hawkman book there, it says the end. So I'm guessing it was all contained in one, but maybe like we said, we think that they combine the two and claiming it's a double whammy.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's Hawkman's in there. So
yeah, that's great art.
Love that.
Role models, yeah.
Oh man, Aurora, love them, and I love the house ads too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, all right, well, put that over there, and let's see, 2 more, and then we'll get back to the chat. We got 91.
Oh yeah, I got that one. That's a nice one. Yeah.
91, and then 92. They continued with Adam Strange, but they also had Space Ranger.
Oh, cool.
Which is another character I'm trying to collect appearances of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I loved all those characters. Space Cabbie and Star Rovers, and especially I love Captain Comet and Adam Strange, but Atomic Knights. That's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to get some of the Captain Comet ones.
Yeah.
Was always a fascinating character to me, but I just never got into looking up, hunting his stuff down. This stuff I would come across, but his stuff I rarely ever came across. So I got
they used him pretty good in Secret Society of Supervillains. He was kind of the thread that went all the way through those 15 issues. Man, I love that series.
Yeah, and didn't they do also something with him in Super Team?
Yeah, there was like a Super Team family. It was part of that.
Yeah,
Adam looking for his wife story.
Right.
And I think he was
right through there.
I think he was on a DC special too, like with the Challengers, like they were fighting dinosaurs or something on the cover.
All right. Well, let's check back in with the Peanut Gallery and see what's happening. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. I think we left off here with Maranya. I wish modern comic book letterers would use spell check and grammar check. They have no excuse not to use those programs.
Right.
That's it. They need to get with the programs. B. Jackson Roykirk says Mark is a very cool dude. He's fossil like many of us. Oh, good. Okay, cool. I think he's talking about the Quite Enough Sayer, who had mentioned Mark Oldroyd, I believe is how you pronounce it. Suddenly Comics. So, well, we'll definitely have to check out Mr. Oldroyd in his channel, Suddenly Comics. Rob Brown says Suddenly Comics is a great channel. I watch it often. He collects and shows comics. Good stuff. Sounds like something right up our alley.
Yeah, I know. It comes highly recommended from people in the gallery. Check it out.
I love it. Rob Brown says, "Oh, look at that! Rod is a living and breathing go-go check today. You got it. This is the go-go check shirt. Yeah." Michael Taylor says, "I have a great channel to recommend as well. Dr. Durant's Sanctum. I think I've seen that once or twice. Cool. I think I have. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to check it out again to make sure. I think I have seen it a while ago, though." And Captain UK says, "Yes, it's an enjoyable channel." So he's seen it. It's just you and I that are behind the times, Shannon, I guess. And Maranya says, except for a few forays by Jack Kirby using photo manipulation with ink and so on, all those early cosmic skies were drawn and inked by hand and used actual Zipatone film in some cases. I know they used to use Zipatone once in a while, yeah. That was, and that's pretty. That was always I always enjoyed that effect too that they used to do that on some of the war comics and whatnot.
Yeah, I really liked it when they did use it on the shading.
And Captain UK says, "Thanks, Ranger Sly, appreciate it." And Michael Taylor says, "Yeah, if they knighted comic artist, Neil Adams would be knighted." It certainly wouldn't bother me one bit to see that he got knighted. He's my favorite. Captain UK says, "Thanks, Easy Reader. Appreciate it." Ain't quite enough to say, "Rom."
Showing some love for Rom.
Yeah. Awesome. And the Gray Man. Hey, Gray Man.
Nice to see you, my friend.
Great to have you with us this Saturday morning. Thanks for spending a little bit of it with us. Appreciate it. And Ranger Sly, as far as science fiction goes, it doesn't get more fun to read to me than Mystery in Space and Strange Adventures. Yeah. I couldn't find my Strange Adventures. I was looking all around, so they're not in the box where they're supposed to be. So now I have to just break down and just put some of this stuff away again. So I keep threatening and I never do it.
Well, you don't have like boxes and piles of books laying around, do you?
Dude, just a few, just a couple. Don't look behind me. I got boxes. It's just stacks. Oh man. Anyway, Maranya says ROM is supposed to be getting collected in an omnibus finally. Plus, #1 is getting a facsimile edition in September. Oh wow. Cool. They're really putting out the facsimiles now. I just saw a couple more were going to be put out. And there were a couple of them that I want to get. Just if nothing else, it just saves me from opening up my original copy. I can have a reading copy and read it and not have to worry about opening up my original. So I like that. Eric Breen says Carmine Infantino's art always had the perspective of someone drawing inside the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's a good way to put it. Captain UK saying hello to Gray Man. And the Gray Man says, Adam Strange and Alana, best marriage in DC. Well, it's hard to argue that. You know, who else you going to put up against that? You know, Hawkman, Shara? I don't know. And the Gray Man says, hi to Captain UK. Ranger Sly says, howdy, Gray Man. Ralph and Sue Dibney is the best married couple in DC in my book, but Adam Strange and Alana, close second. That's right. See, I forgot about the Dibneys. And Grayman says, yeah, I was thinking Ralph and Sue too, but Adam and Alana had that starstruck poignancy of separation and longing. Yeah, well, that beta ray or zeta ray, rather, whatever it was. Always splitting them up. Ranger Sly says, you do have a point, Gray Man. Jackson Roy Kirk says, Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne are the best married couple. Oh, wait. Yeah. I was just thinking that myself, Jackson, as I was reading that. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. It just wasn't a smashing success. I mean, again. Yeah. Easy Comic Reader says, geez, Louise Doc, love them all. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate that. And Ranger Sly says, oh, the Jackson Kirk. Yeah, he went there. The Gray Man says, Hank and Janet were great, but sad. And sad. And I was going to go with Bob Wood and his wife. Too soon? Uh-oh. Captain UK, always a soft spot for Reed and Sue. There you go. Geez, I forgot about them too. And Michael Lewis says, Doc, great stuff, especially those mysteries in space. Every one of them. They're so much fun to collect. Those stories are so great. They're just fun. They're just fun, entertaining stories. Yep. Don't try to pretend to be more than what they are. Ranger Sly says, gasp, Eric Breen. And Michael Taylor says, these are supposed to be smartphones. Autocorrect is an insult to smartphones. Oh, man. And Paulo Costa, great to have you with us here, Paulo.
Good afternoon, Paulo.
Yes, he's saying good afternoon. Just had spicy crab pasta for lunch. Spicy crab. I don't know. I don't eat seafood. just me. I don't eat seafood, but I love pasta. But I just crab and pasta. I just picture the little crabs crawling around on my plate of pasta. I know that's not it. It's just that's what runs through this demented head of mine. Michael Taylor says I have to start buying these facsimile comics and find the ones that I've missed. Yeah, you can get a good deal on some of those to save as, like I said, reading copies. So you don't, if you have the originals, you don't have to worry about opening them up, ripping them, tape pulls, anything like that. That's the way I'm looking at it, though. And why not art? Tony,
good to see you, buddy.
great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us this morning. Hello, everyone. He says, having my cup of joe while enjoying this good show. He's a poet, and I bet he knows it. There you go. And B. Jackson Roy Kirk says, true, reading Sue's age different was never really addressed. Still gives me hope. There you go. Oh, man. Ray just like, howdy, Paulo, he says. And Michael Taylor says, how about Brad and Shannon? Brad and Janet, LOL. And Maranya says, welcome everyone to the best comic book show on Saturday mornings. Oh, you are too kind, Maranya. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, dear lady. We appreciate that.
Well, what do you say, partner? You ready?
Yeah, I got a few to show.
I thought you might. So let's just turn it right over to you.
Yeah, I figured Rod was going to be showing some Silver Age DC stuff. This kind of goes along with that. I won't pull my Mystery in Space out, but this is a book I looked for years until I finally found a decent copy. It's one of those fireside books of Mystery in Space.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, collects a lot of the Silver Age sci-fi stuff. I mean, you got Adam Strange and
holy mackerel, that's a thick one too, isn't it?
Yeah, one of my favorites, like I say, Captain Comet.
Yeah.
With the Atomic Knights, you got strange sports stories. I mean, all kinds of great Silver Age. I think it's got a reprint of The Origin of Martian Manhunter. You got Space Ranger.
Yeah.
Shows the covers to the books. A lot of great. Yeah. This is one of my favorite stories. This is The Origin of Atomic Knights. Now, this is the book that I would love to have in its original form. I think it's either Strange Adventures 117, I think. But yeah, I got Murphy Anderson on the art. So,
very cool.
Star Rovers, all kinds of great stuff in there. More Adam Strange. This was always a favorite story of mine right here. Adam Strange and it was Adam Strange in the Justice League, if I remember that right. Yeah, it was one you showed. It was actually that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
75, yeah. Where the JLA guest starred. So yeah. Just a great book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy these. I got this one in the War book. 2 or 3 others, I think, from DC. So it's pretty fun. Okay,
I don't think I've seen it.
Let's look at a little Dale sci-fi. Unless I got the number on the back, I really don't know the numbers. But here's some Outer Limits. I always love that cover.
Oh yeah, very neat.
Another cool cover there.
Oh yeah,
sure but
like
love
that
those cover. Yeah. Another cool cover here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I think this is one of those fossil-inspired purchases. I think Jambo showed this on one of the fossil shows, like maybe a year or two ago, probably 2 years. And I saw it. I was like, man, I got to have that one.
Neutro, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a one-shot. Neutro number 1. And I liked it so much that. Okay, more Outer Limits. Another great. This is number 12. I actually marked this one.
Oh, neat.
And here's one. Spaceman number 10.
Oh, like that cover.
Yeah, I love this one.
Yeah, what is that one? What number is that?
Spaceman number 10.
10?
Yeah.
That's going on the list.
And we got a few ACG comics, Adventures in the Unknown. This is number 144.
Oh, yes. See, that's another series I forget about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, this is like the DC stuff. It's just good fun. Just fun to read.
Yeah.
You don't have to like invest yourself in a 12-part multi-epic. There's 142.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make the same mistake again. It's bad enough.
Yeah.
This is number 141.
Cool. You just don't see a lot of those books, anywhere.
I mean, a lot of these I got at shows, but as far as like seeing them at shop, you never see these in the shop.
No.
Like this is 130. What is it? Man, my eyes. 136.
Oh, yes.
And 125.
Cool.
Kind of reminiscent a lot of the Mystery in Space and Strange Adventures covers.
Yes.
Number 124.
Oh, neat. The Green Flame.
Okay, let's look at a little Gold Key and Whitman stuff here. We got Buck Rogers in the 25th century. It's a Whitman variant.
Oh, yeah.
Nice cover. It says part 3 of the movie adaptation, but I think actually it's like number 4 of Buck Rogers. So
now, where it was a Whitman, does that mean it was like part of a pack, like a multi-pack at some point?
I don't know. I really don't remember seeing these. Well, as far as DC, I did, but as far as like the Gold Key stuff, I don't remember ever seeing them sold in singles like this. Right. It might have been part of a 3-pack. I'm not sure. This is part 2 of the movie and 3 of the number.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I always liked that show.
All I can remember is the little robot there. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, yeah.
Beep,
Mel Blanc doing the voice. Yeah, I got some Twilight Zone number 30 with a George Wilson painted cover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And this is I know a childhood coffee, and I don't even know the number of it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Well loved indeed.
Comic, yeah. Okay. An elevator takes revenge going up. Don't go through that door.
No. Take the stairs next time.
Yeah, this is a really cool cover. This is number 36.
Oh, yeah. Those painted covers, man, it's so great.
Oh, yeah. Here's another Whitman version. It's number 65. This is pretty beat up. This is probably another childhood copy.
Neat.
And more Whitman. Space Family Robinson, number 59.
Oh, the Cyclops Gorilla.
Hey, life just isn't life without a space Cyclops Gorilla.
There you go.
And here's more Space Family Robinson. This is number 3. This is an early issue. Got a great painted cover.
Oh, yeah.
And if you see a lot of the early stuff that Gold Key did like this, they always put the cover on the back, the same cover. That way you'd have a pin up to like you could rip it off and stick it up on your wall, and you didn't mess up the front cover.
Yeah. Oh. Now that series there, the Space Rabbit. I know eventually there was a whole thing with Lost in Space and whatnot. Now, was that the like the TV show? Were they the characters from the TV show? And they took them from the TV show. I mean, the TV show took up from them.
Uh,
Did they have the robot and stuff like that?
well, this is from 19. Let's see.
Because
It says the Robinson family, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I read those.
Yeah,
So I don't really know.
I'm just curious. I've always wanted to know.
Yeah, here's another Lost in Space. Here's another childhood copy. Here we go. This is a good cover. Don't know what the number is.
Oh, neat.
But it's got rockets and flying. It's like flying bats with ray guns. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Got all the elements you want for a good cover.
And I know this is another childhood copy. This is number 44. It's got a nice cover on it.
Oh, yes. On Space Station 1. Lost in Space.
And here's another. Okay, I got a copy. I actually know what the number is. That other one, number 28.
Oh.
For some reason. This is number 43. Yeah, I know we've talked about this before, and I think maybe Eric Breen might have told us that we wondered about the original art on the covers. You know, if anybody has those, and I think he said some of them show up on Heritage auctions sometime. Yeah, man, it'd be great to have a piece of the original art.
I wonder how much they go for.
Oh, probably in the tens of thousands, I'd say.
Oh, gee. Wow.
Here's number 18, Lost in Space.
Closest I'll come is if I redraw the cover.
Right. And we got another Whitman variant with a giant cat. This is number 41, 1974. And this is a one shot. This was another YouTuber inspired purchase. Go Key Geezer, the Microbots.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Good story. Yeah. It's a really good story.
Very cool.
And can't have Go Key Sci-Fi without having this.
Now, does that one have the 8 poster?
Well, actually, I've got like 3 copies of this, and I think one of them has the poster in it.
Cool beans.
Maybe two. I was wanting to maybe find another one with a poster if I don't already have one, and frame it up. The little protest poster they got in there. I love the book and the movie. All right. How about some Land of the Giants?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I used to love that show.
Yeah.
That spaceship they were in, what was it? The Spindrift, was it? Was that what?
I can't remember.
That was just such a cool. I always wanted to get one of them. I think they made a model of it, if I remember seeing it. And I always wanted to get that model.
Yeah. There's a kind of a beat up copy, Star Trek 56, another Whitman variant.
Very neat.
I'm not sure the number on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all these, I mean, any kind of shape, all these Star Treks are pretty pricey. I'm not sure. I think I got these in a lot several years ago. I really love this cover. And just 2 or 3 more here. More Star Trek.
Oh, neat. I like that.
And another Whitman with Professor Whipple. Whatever that is.
Please don't squeeze the spaceship.
Right. All right, that's all I'll show for right now. I got another little stack of Go Keys. I'll save it.
All righty. We'll bring it back in. So I think that's one of the series. I don't have any Star Trek, Gold Key Star Treks. I do have a couple of little weird things like this. Where is it? Right there.
There you
go. Star Trek Communicator. Always loved the Star Trek Communicator. And This is a TV remote.
Yeah.
And it's shape of like one of the phasers there.
That's pretty cool.
This is the later style, though. This wasn't one of the cool ones that I remember,
Yeah.
So, but this was one of the later styles. So, but that's about the extent of my Star Trek stuff. So, all right, let's jump back in and see what's going on with that peanut gallery. All right, we got Ranger Sly, who says a friend had that Fireside book, still hunting for a copy after decades, he says.
It's hard to find.
Wow. Holy mackerel. And Captain UK says, I've never seen that Mystery in Space Fireside book before. That's a great looking book. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I've never seen one. I don't believe I've seen it even for sale anywhere. And Quite Enough Sayer says that Mr. Fantastic, he just can't keep his hands to himself. That's why she turns invisible. Just a glimpse inside the personal life of the Richards. Ranger Sly.
Maybe more than we want to know.
And Michael Taylor says Rocky Horror reference. Rocky Horror Picture Show. One of the weirdest movies I think I've ever seen in my life.
But you just have to watch it.
We went when I back in the probably mid 80s. They showed it in a theater over next town over. Well, not only did they show the movie, but they had an acting troupe from Boston come down, and they were simultaneously acting it in the crowd and on the stage as it was going on the screen. I felt so bad for them people because at the beginning there's that part where they're in the rain and they're in their skivvies and people were throwing, pelting them with the rice because you had to bring a whole list of things to bring to this thing if you were going to be part of the event. You had to bring toast. Right. You had to bring a newspaper, a squirt gun, rice, all this stuff. But these poor people, the girl and the guy who had to play the main parts, and they were in their skivvies, and they had people are like 5 feet away pelting them with rice. I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad for them. That was a unique experience, to say the least.
I can imagine.
Tony says, never saw that Fireside book. Awesome, Shannon.
Hey, yeah, Captain, I mean, you don't, like say you hardly ever see it.
Yeah, I mean, and you said there were other ones. You mentioned a war one.
Yeah, I have the war ones, and there's a few others, like the Superman stories and the Batman stories and all that.
Well, I gotta look that up because I definitely like to see the war one too. That would be pretty cool. Captain UK says, as always, those Dell covers are something special. Yes, absolutely. Michael Taylor says, I might have to look into that Mystery Space reprint book. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be alone there, Michael. I'm probably going to have
making people some money. I think my job here is done.
There you go. Michael Taylor says, very cool Spaceman number 10.
Yeah, I love that cover. Yeah.
Yeah, that is wicked cool. That one's on the hit list now. Yeah. Comic Book G-Man, welcome aboard, sir. G-Man. Love it. Happy some of my favorites. Well done, gentlemen, he says. Thank you, sir. And the Comic Book G-Man, he's giving us the hearts and hot stuff emoji.
Appreciate it.
And the Jackson Rocker says, nice. I have that TZ Twilight Zone number 30. Love the Twilight Zone. And the Hotel Orloff Whitman books were all originally in 3-packs. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I figured I wasn't for sure, but I figured they probably were. Yeah.
Very cool. And the Comic Book G-Man says, yeah, laughing out loud with a thumbs up. And Hotel Orloff says, there's a big book coming out about George Wilson, who painted many of the Gold Key covers.
Yeah, I want to pick that up.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, can you imagine if it's just a coffee table book where they're just showing all the cover? Oh, that would be so
Wow,
cool.
yeah, that'd be
Oh,
awesome.
man. Yeah, give us a little background on some of them that have interesting. That would be cool. Thank you very much, Gratu, for that information. Appreciate that. Michael Taylor says, a long time ago, I saw a Gold Key Green Hornet 3-pack on eBay. Oh man, I wanted so bad to bid on it. What did it go for? Because
Wow.
that would have been a cool one to have. I just bought a 3-pack yesterday. Ordered it off. I do not have a Marvel multi-pack. So I found one that was in my neighborhood price wise, and so I got one coming finally to have a Marvel one in the collection.
Good deal.
So yeah, that would be cool. Easy Comic Reader says, adventure into the unknown. Me looking at my bank account after hunting down books I see here.
Like I said, our work here is done.
And Gratu says the TV Lost in Space came later. Yeah, I knew the show came after the comic book series. I just wondered if there was any connection between the two. That was my question.
Yeah, I hadn't read those in so long I can't really remember.
Yeah. Comic Book G-Man says, love this, gentleman. Adding this to your new stream. I'm sorry, I'm reading this all screwy. Love this, gentleman. Adding this to your new stream to my channel. Thumbs up, tens of thousands. Yep.
Thank you, kind sir.
Oh, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. Comic Book G-Man. And Michael Taylor says, Space Family Robinson were some of the best painted covers. I could be wrong, but I don't think the B9 robot was in those books. Yeah, I don't think so either. I just was always curious, never got a definitive answer, and I don't own any of those Lost in Space ones. So I was just always curious. One of the things I always curious, because I'm a B9 fan. I'm the robot with.
I think that like Innovation Comics came out with another series like in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
And I got some of those. They were pretty good. I think it was like based on the TV series.
Yeah. So yeah, I just love that B9 robot. Ranger Sly says, I concur with Orloff. Irwin Allen stole the Space Family Robinson concept from Gold Key Comics, but the characters were not the same. Okay. Cool.
Good info.
There we go.
Always learn something, man.
Yes, sir. Comic Book G-Man says, nice. Yes, very cool. And Gratu says, Gold Key didn't sue because they wanted to keep the relationship with Irwin Allen going. No robot. Bummer. Love that robot. There was somebody I saw many years ago, and I think it's still, the site is probably still up today. Somebody actually made replicas, life-size metal replicas of that B9 thing, and you could order one. I think they were like $25,000.
Oh wow!
Like, talk about having some expendable cash to indulge in a hobby. $25,000 to have one of those things. But man, if I had $25,000 to spare, I'd have one right upstairs now. Between that and the Batmobile. Comic Book G-Man, he's laughing out loud. He's crying. He's laughing so hard. Michael Taylor says Star Trek also had some of the best painted covers as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those painted covers. There aren't too many series that had badly painted covers. Those are really, really well done. Gratu says Gold Key Star Trek is beautiful and hilarious too. There we go.
Yeah, story-wise, it might lacked a little something sometimes. But it was Star Trek, so, I was in.
That's it. And Paulo Costa says, set phasers to Home Shopping Network. Kirk to Billy Mays.
There you
go. I love it. Jackson Roykirk says, Star Trek? I think somebody might be a Star Wars fan, maybe. I'm just saying. So. Comic Book G-Man, Dr. Silver Age Shannon, awesome today. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate that. Michael Taylor, Shannon, great books, every one of them.
Appreciate
without a doubt. Tony says, that's an interesting Star Trek remote. Looks like Looks like hair clippers. Hair clippers. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. It looks like a hair. Yeah. Bzzz. Yeah, I got it now. I got you.
That's
But
cool.
yeah, it was just, I worked for a cable company for 40 years. And one of the things was they'd be bins, what you used to call watermelon bins of remotes that people would mail us. If it didn't work anymore or busted or the dog chewed it or whatever. And this is the stuff we would find in it, all kinds of stuff like this. So when I saw that, I grabbed that. That's nobody else getting that one. So, but all righty. And Maranya says, my brother built the classic enterprise model. I built the communicator, tricorder, and phaser model. Which of us was more geeky? I used my models when I went to a Star Trek convention in 1976.
Oh, that's cool. I always did want a model of the Enterprise just so I could hang it from the ceiling in here.
I had one
they still
as
make
a kid.
them. Yeah.
I did have one as a kid. It was one of those things that it was one of my favorite toys, and then I snapped off one of the engines there. That was it. Yeah, we had to shoot it.
No more water engines.
And he's still laughing. He's laughing himself silly today.
Loving it.
Ranger Slides, and sadly I have to go. Happy trails all. Nanu, live long and prosper, and all that jazz. Ranger Slide, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Yeah. Really appreciate it, sir.
Appreciate it, buddy. You have a good weekend. Take
care now. And Paulo Costa says, Maranya, as Spock would say, fascinating. Comic Book G-Man. Yep, the good old days had such a good time.
Yes. True.
And Jackson says, see you, Ranger. I almost did that like Yogi Bear. Hey, boo-boo. See you, Ranger. Michael Taylor says, Star Trek communicator screen used prop, I think, was wooden. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Pretty cool.
Yep.
I always wish I could, whittle. And I would have made stuff like that, phasers or a little derringer like James West used to have tucked in his sleeve.
Yeah.
Naxuam. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Naxuam. Nice to have you with us. Great to have you this morning.
I've seen his name before. He might have commented on a video too. It's been a while. Glad to have you though.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with us this Saturday. My gold key collection is woefully slim. I'm envious. Well, mine is too, so don't feel alone.
Yeah, I mean, compared to some people, I mean, I have like one long box of stuff, so it's, there's not a lot.
Maranya says, Paulo, I wore the blue male Star Trek shirt and pants with Spock's rank and the insignia. So appropriate. I later made so appropriate. I later made the classic Star Trek female uniforms and mirror ones as well. Oh, neat.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, Maranya.
Yeah, I love that mirror episode.
Wow. Now, you got to post some pictures on Instagram or something, Maranya. Some of those pictures, if you got them. That would be cool to see.
Yeah.
And Maranya says, take care, Rangers. Stay safe. And Paulo says, bet you look great with the sash, Maranya. And Maranya says, I did indeed, Paulo. I had the guts to wear it in front of Bill Feist, the designer at Star Trek convention costume contest. I didn't win, but I had fun. Well, that's what it's about.
It's cool.
Having fun. Michael Taylor, I love the B9 robot. I used to try to draw it when I was a boy. Oh, man, if I had a dime for every drawing I made of that robot, I'd have all the comics I want. Noxium says, Local Con sometimes has several life-size B9s rolling around. Oh, that's cool. That's just cool. Oh, Paulo Costa. Now I definitely want pictures of that, Maranya, he says. And Comic Book G-Man says, that robot also showed up in the movie, I think, for the first time in a movie called Forbidden Planet. Yeah, that was also with Robbie the Robot, right? That's where Robbie the Robot got famous from, Forbidden Planet. I remember that because he used to pop up on TV shows and everything. And Maranya says, sorry, no pictures. I have video of me being on local TV in storage, though. There you go.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Yeah, you got to somehow figure out a way to put that on Twitter or Instagram. And let's see here. And Comic Book Frog. Yes, from the Geeky Puppet Show. He's all eyes here. Oh, that's great. Comic Book G-Man. The scientist Nam was Mobius. Just a thought. And Rob Brown says, I adore the original Star Trek series. Yeah. I'm probably not going to make too many friends by saying this, but I was never a Star Wars guy. I liked the first movie. That was fine. I enjoyed it. Went to see it at the theater, but it was because I had already watched Star Trek. It was so ingrained to me. I just loved Star Trek. The phasers, the technology they had, and all that stuff. The Vulcan nerve pinch, which I tried on my brother several times. Didn't work at all.
Didn't work, did it?
No, sir. No, sir. Jackson Roycook says, Froggy, jump up on Maranya's shoulder. You might get stepped on down there. And Jackson Roycook says, oh, I love Trek. My name is from one of the episodes. Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. A probe from space got Kirk mixed up with his creator. So you are the creator, you are the Kirk, and the guy's original name was Jackson Roy Kirk. So that's why Kirk kind of had some control over the thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that.
Showed up in the transporter room, and then it just started speeding the ship up and like lasering people, and all the red shirts got killed. And
yeah, I did pay to wear a red shirt on that show.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says the Enterprise model kit was by EMT, I believe. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I remember having it. That was awesome. And Comic Book Frog says, check out my first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 17. That's right. The frog that Green Goblin threw. That's right. I didn't, everybody knows the Green Goblin pretty much and everything. We all think of him as throwing pumpkins, the flaming pumpkins. Well, not in that issue 17 we did last night. He was throwing frogs, and he was throwing like a plastic ghost thing that would envelop people and stuff. It was so weird. I didn't remember any of that. That's so funny. Michael Taylor says, Shannon, I beg to differ. A long box of gold key is impressive. And I'd have to second that.
Well, it's not all gold key. It's like half gold key and half Dell Comics. So
still very, very cool indeed. Gray Man says, various Forbidden Planet props were later used on the Twilight Zone. Oh, wow.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, I love the Twilight Zone. Michael Taylor says, where is Dr. Von Chilla? Oh, I don't know.
I kind of wondered that myself. I wonder where Guido is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange life. We're missing some people today.
Yeah, we're missing some. Comic Book G-Man says, the Gray Man, thumbs up. Comic Book Frog says, why am I awake? It's not even 10:30 p.m. Central yet. Comic Book Frog, a.m. Michael Taylor says, I meant where is? And Comic Book Frog says, time for me to go back to bed. I'm too young to be awake at this early. Well, thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us.
Yeah.
Comic Book Frog, we appreciate it, believe me. And Michael Taylor says, I used to buy packs of Star Wars cards in the 70s. Very cool. All right. Well, that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery. So, let's see. I think it's your turn again, right?
Yeah.
Your turn?
Well, wait a minute. No?
See,
we both had a turn. I think it's you.
Okay. All righty. Well, let's see what else we got over here. All righty. Well, we'll do some. I'll do some House of Mystery. And you're like, House of Mystery? What does House of Mystery have to do with sci-fi? Well, it's because of that green JLA, Martian Manhunter. I love the Martian Manhunter. And this is number 143 of House of Mystery. And here's another little sci-fi cover with a robot coming through. And this is number 150. I like this cover. I think I like it just because of the red and green.
Good stuff.
And we got number 151 again with the Martian Manhunter and his little buddy sharing the cover. Oh, another brilliantly red cover. I feel like Dr. Von Schiller myself doing that. We're gonna do red covers. Here's 152 of House of Mystery. Like that.
Oh yeah, I like those.
And trying to get those Martian Manhunter appearances. The House of Mystery ones are pretty easy to get, but the detective ones, man, yeah, they want a little money for those. And we got number 153, autographed by DS, whoever DS was.
No COA on that one either, huh?
No, not on this one either, doggone it. I mean, this maybe it's because it's old. Maybe they didn't have COAs back in the day. I don't know. And we got 154 with what is this? This is another Martian Manhunter story. He's not on the cover, I don't believe there. So, and here we go. Now he's back on the cover. Martian Manhunter fights the fantastic foes in the weird world of Gilgana. And this is 144.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
And the Manhunter from Mars battles the Doom Shadow. Number 146. If I can get my thing to... There we go. And 147 with the Orchestra of Doom.
That looks like one of those Dial H covers.
Yeah, really. Oh, and this is a cool purple cover for Dr. Von Schiller. 148.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I like that one. And 149. I was tried by an insect jury.
He felt the sting of his guilt.
Oh, boom, boom. I love it. All right, what else we got over here? Let's see. How about a little, well, we'll do this one. Fantastic Voyage, Gold Key.
That's an old one. Yeah.
This is number 2 of that cartoon series. There was only two issues of that. Yeah. So now we're going to go jump into Tales of the Unexpected with a green glob weirdie. The man who dared to die. And then look out below, or you too will become a captive of the giant raindrops.
Dig that crazy weather.
I was going to say, who would think that weather could be that dangerous? Just a rainstorm.
Hey, just ask Adam Strange.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Rain and fog. Yeah, those are his worst enemies. There we go with unexpected number 93. I was a living freak.
Oh, God. Woo. That's kind of creepy, actually.
But when I see this cover, whenever I hold this cover out and I see that, the first thing I think of on his, I'm hunting wabbits. Because he looks like Elmer Fudd. I mean, it's just like, be quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
Is it wabbit season, or is it duck season, or is it baseball season?
Oh, that's perfect. I love it. Oh, here we go with number 94. We got Automan as a bodyguard to a blonde and make way for the Monster Mayor, USA. This one got some go-go checks, so you know it's a fave.
Monster Mayor.
Monster Mayor. And don't tell your friends the secret of Camilo Man. And I was a prisoner of death. Dun, dun, dun.
You're coming with me.
Oh my gosh. And here we go. Astounding. Wanted for murder. 1966 to 6966. Wow, that's a long time. Number 96, bargain prices for the thrills of a lifetime. Step into the supernatural supermart. Just a little craziness from DC. There we go. We got Automan versus Mute. The blockbuster fight that nobody demanded.
Oh no, you hit my granny.
Yeah. Rampage of the Energy Beings, number 99 of Tales of the Unexpected. There we go. A Green Glob Weirdie. That must be the backup feature in this. Judy Blonde, Secret Agent.
Judy.
Number. I'm not making this stuff up, man. Maybe you don't believe in flying saucers. Would you believe in the flying sorcerer? This is number 100.
Judy Blonde and her partner, Katie Burnett.
Oh. And the Death Race. Tales of the Unexpected. If I lose this race, I die. But if I win, Earth dies. What a conundrum. That looks like a little Carmine Infantino on that.
Yeah, looks like a horse and a fish had a love baby.
Yeah. Biology gone wrong.
Right.
An unforgettable thriller. ABC to disaster. The H-bomb. Out of my way. I must stop that boy before he finishes the word and bombs us all. Number 103.
I like that cover. Something about those purple backgrounds.
I know. They're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Oh, let's see. We got a couple other ones here. Oh, let's see. Well, we can do a couple more of the mystery in space here. How about that? All right, we got little mystery in space number 93, another Space Ranger story.
Oh yeah,
and the Jolly Green Giant guest starring.
Ho ho ho!
Right on cue. Thank you, sir. All right, and oh yeah, this is a cool cover. This got because it's got two of them showing up here. We got a complete novel featuring Space Ranger and Adam Strange, guest starring the future Adam Strange, the riddle of two solar systems. This is number 94.
Oh wow! Oh, Adam Strange dyed his hair. Cool.
Look at that.
He's a redhead.
And we'll round this one out with number 95. There's a new Space Ranger story backup feature in here, but Adam Strange, he stole the cover with Alana. Here we go with number 95.
Oh, yeah. Back to the blonde again.
That's it. There we go. All righty. So let's bring everybody back in here, and we'll jump over real quick to the Peanut Gallery once again. Let's see if I can find out where I was.
Where was I?
Where was I, man? Let's see.
What was I hunting for? Oh, yeah.
Comic Book G-Man says, excellent show, gentlemen. Thank you for the memories. Have to check back on the rewind. Well, thank you for spending a little bit of your Saturday with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. Just the thought of anybody wanting to listen to us is is it a miracle or I don't know.
How many times do we talk about that? You
Every
can't
week,
believe
every
anybody
week
sits
we
there
talk
and listens to
about
us.
this, and I'm just astounded, man, and grateful.
Absolutely. It's so much fun because man, they make the show. They make the show. Without them, it's you and I talking, and we'll still do it for a couple hours.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. Well, thank you very much for your kind words there, Comic G Man. We appreciate it. And Gray Man says Zook. There you go. That was Martian Manhunter's little buddy.
Yep.
Zook.
Zook.
And Comic Book Frog says 22 people watching. That's it. We're moving the readings of Rod's channel to in the morning. Oh man. Gray Man says I have 150. Such a duff looking robot. Great stuff. Absolutely. And he says, "Hi, Comic Book G Man." And Michael Taylor says, "It's amazing that Captain Strangelove still has his childhood copy of Amazing Spider-Man 14. I mean, is it Amazing Spider-Man 14? Yes. Okay. Because I was thinking first appearance of Spider-Man. First appearance of Green Goblin. Yes. Because I have that issue as well because the Hulk's in it.
Imagine that.
Yeah. I know you'd find it hard to believe that I might have a Spider-Man book with a Hulk in it. And Comic Book Frog says, wow. I know to have a childhood book that long, it's amazing. It really is. Just,
I got boxes of them, but mine don't look as good as most other people's.
Now, none of my Silver Age, I think I take that back. I think I might have one Thor book that I kept since I got it originally. But the rest of my Silver Age, they got thrown out twice. I've told the stories before. But my Bronze Age stuff from like 72 on, I still have my off the rack stuff from buying the Bronze Age stuff. So, but just to hold on to those and take care of them and stuff, it's really cool because you can look back and say, this isn't something I pick up off of eBay. I walked to the store and bought this with my quarter or whatever that my grandmother gave me or whatever. I mean, so to me, they're always going to be special.
Oh, yeah.
Paulo Costa says, "Hey, Gray." And Grayman says, "Hey, Paulo." And Comic Book Frog says, "I'll have to be more nice to Hans, LOL." The Grayman says, "The shadow of the Chulka." Oh, man, I got to get that one, he says. Easy Comic Reader says, "DS ain't putting up with any BS. Don't touch his book." You got that right. I've got a few of his books. I don't believe I bought them all at the same time. So I don't know if he was local around here, but I've got like a couple of Rip Hunter books with his DS on them. So it's weird. Tony says, "Love that Monster Howls book in the back, Rod." Oh, yes. I picked that up about a week or so ago. Never saw one before. Guy had it in a shop at the mall, and he had a bunch of like Eries and stuff like that. But I never saw that. And like I said last week, if I ain't seen it in 50 years of collecting, I think it's kind of probably a little scarce. So I picked it up and bought it. So let me show you real quick. Boom. There it is. Monster Howl. It's like a monster comic book type of thing with like a mad thing. So, all right, back to your regularly scheduled show. We've got Gray Man saying that Man Cave Comics on that unexpected cover. And Michael says, "Giant raindrops. Gotta love it. Raindrops keep encircling my head." The Gray Man says, "Love all this crazy era of covers. So much fun." Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Michael Taylor says, "Doc, do race cars stop when they see your shirt?" No, but they keep asking me to, hand it to them so they can do a lap, wave it out the window. It's like, get out of here. Just go turn left somewhere else.
Right.
Fireball Comics is here. Great to have you with us, sir. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us. Would a horse and a fish baby be called a mermare? Things that make you go,
Right.
Gray Man says, seahorse, surely. And Michael says, the jolly green elf looks like elf ears. Could be. Could be. What was the jolly green giant? Was he elf? Was he giant? Was he combination? Maya Greenblatt is here. Great to have you here, Maya.
Good to have you.
Always fun to have you with us. Thanks for sharing your Saturday with us. Great show, fellows. Happy to be here. And Michael Taylor says, great books, Doc. Every one of them. Thank you very much, Michael. Is appreciated as always. Michael Taylor says, hey, Maya. And Paulo says, hey, Maya. And Maranya says, hey, Shannon, could you please try a few voices to audition for the Geeky Puppet Show? Froggy's here to listen to you also. Well, as you can hear, he does a pretty doggone good Elmer Fudd. So we already know that's in the can.
We'll see.
Michael Taylor says, this show is just as important to me as the chat is to you and Shannon. Well, thank you very much, Michael.
Appreciate you saying that.
Yes, we really do. Because you guys are important to us. We want to make you feel part of the show because you are part of the show. So thank you all for hanging out with us. We love it every Saturday. Thank you. Thank you. And Dave from Spinner Rack Studios is here. Great to have you with us, Dave. Thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us. He says, good morning. Got up a bit late. Had a robust Manhattan last night using Woodford Reserve.
I think he means batch proof, but yeah, I know what he means. That's we made some of that stuff a while back. It's got a high proof to it.
Okay. Because you're talking to somebody who has no idea when it comes to alcohol. Yeah. So what is that? Is that like a Jack Daniels thing or a whiskey or
it's bourbon.
Bourbon? Okay. Okay. Snuffles McGraw is here. Hey, Snuffles. The Instagram sensation. Nice bunch of books I'd never seen, Doc. Great stuff. Well, thank you, sir. Always great to have you with us. If you ever get on Instagram, definitely look up Snuffles McGraw. Always posting great nostalgic pictures. I love them. Love them.
Yes, he does.
Comic Book Fraud says, remember, I'm always ready and willing to accept any really old comic books you gentlemen do not want. Tony says the Green Giant was one tall veggie.
Yes, it was.
And along with his partner Sprout. There we go. That's right, the little Sprout. And Tony also says maybe the Green Giant was an asparagus. Love the food mascots. There you go. And Paulo Costa says, I bet Shannon can do a great Slim Pickens impression. He'll take the Reed Richards role away from Froggy for sure. Oh, Shannon, what do you say? You got another round in you?
Yeah, I got another round or two. Let's see what we got here. I did pull a book off the shelf just for you. Talking about the Fireside books.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Cool.
Yeah, these books are really thick. A lot of good reading. Of course, it's the late great Joe Kubert, but I mean, this has got all kinds of stuff. You got, you got like first appearance of Black Hawk from Military Comics, Hawk Harrigan, Boy Commandos. There's actually a couple of Golden Age Superman stories, where he's like fighting for the war. Sergeant Rock, Unknown Soldier, Enemy Ace.
Oh, wow.
Haunted Tank, just all kinds of great stuff in here. Some of the early Black Hawk stuff.
Wow.
Early Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
Mademoiselle Marie.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
What else we got? Oh, it's probably one of my favorites here. And I know yours too. Enemy Ace.
Oh, wow.
A lot of great reading in here. Like I say, a lot of Sergeant Rock. Got the PT boat. There's like
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
Storm.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that is Neil Adams on the artwork here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
It even got some of the old ads in there too.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's definitely on the hit list. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
lots of, I figured you might want this one. This is one of
Yeah.
my favorite Star Spangled War covers right there.
Yes.
And I really like the artists. The DC had a lot of, to me, unsung artists, that came from the Philippines. Jerry Taliok or Jerry Taliok. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but I always loved his artwork.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a cool book.
Yeah, definitely going to hunt that one down.
Okay, we got a few more gold key. This is a series that I'm actually trying to complete. And here's the first issue, Mighty Samson.
Oh, yes.
This is sort of got like a commandy feel to it. It's like a post-apocalyptic or a post-Holocaust type story. And two, it kind of sort of like Hercules Unbound too. So some good sci-fi stuff going on there. Don't know the numbers on some of these, but I've probably got some doubles. These painted covers are great.
Oh, yeah, man. Just
And number 16, I got a double of it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think I bought several of these in a lot. He was actually kind enough to put I guess he put 2 16s in that lot.
Excellent.
Number 17, that yellow background.
Oh, wow. Look at that one, Pops, don't it?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff I would buy just for the covers alone,
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is kind of reminiscent of a Commandy cover right here.
Oh, yeah.
Got the Empire State Building in the back.
Oh, neat.
And the stories are really good, too. This kind of reminds me of Kona, Monarch of Monster Isle, where he's fighting all these giant monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like his bottoms, the Great New York Flood.
Yark.
For New York. Number 20.
Oh, yeah.
And
again, it's one of those series that you very, very seldom see or hear about.
Yeah. Like 20-some issues. I'm not really sure, but I got a few more to go.
It's like 26 or something like that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Another yellow cover. I don't know if I already showed that one or not. Probably did.
No, I think it was a different one.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was cool, though.
But this is number 9. This came originally from West End Comics, wherever that's from. But you see the background is kind of like a post-apocalyptic thing going on with the bombed up buildings and whatever. So right up my alley,
Mm-hmm.
This is number 12.
That one there always strikes me as it's like a chicken coming out of the water. It's like, what?
Right.
Giant chicken head.
We have a Whitman variant of number 25.
Oh, neat. Neat.
And I know you got, I think you got these Starstream books.
No, I do not.
Yeah, they actually they like adapt like original sci-fi stories.
Wasn't there like 3 of them?
4 of them. Yeah,
4 of them.
They got Theodore Sturgeon. You got Jack Williamson on some of the art. It's really good. Some stuff adapted from A. Van Gogh, and yeah, they all adapt like little short stories or novels or novellas.
Cool.
Another good cover. Couple more big sci-fi names: Larry Niven and Robert Silverberg. Great painted cover on that one.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and these were a little bit thicker, so they had like a higher cover price on them.
Mm.
I'm not sure which number is which, but okay. Who goes there? I remember reading that story when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. It's like a Rorschach test or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, here's a cool cover from Powell Anderson and Isaac Asimov. Got some stories adapted there.
Oh, wow.
Shoot. Al Williamson did the art on some of these, or art by Adolf Buyula, whoever that is.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, he's there, right? Yeah, it's some good reading. If you're into sci-fi.
Very cool.
I'm sure you remember this.
The Beyond the Black Hole, yes.
Another little cutesy robot. It's another Whitman variant.
Yeah.
These were probably in a 3-pack. Adapted to the movie. Man, I haven't seen it in a long time. I'd kind of like to go back and watch that again.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Neat.
And one more go key. UFO in outer space.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Okay. This was just kind of an oddball. I liked 1984 and 1994. A lot of good sci-fi stuff.
I vaguely remember that magazine. Yeah. Not that particular one, but the series.
And this is speaking of stuff that's adapted from sci-fi stories. This is always one of my favorite black and white magazines. It just ran 6 issues, and I think there was like a giant size special. That Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction. Got the interviews with sci-fi writers, and then they do comic adaptions, like Day of the Triffids. But I mean, yeah, there's some great artwork in this. Here you have Ross Andrew and Ernie Chan.
Oh,
on this one. Who else we got? This is some Neil Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a hardcore story. And you got the Bradbury Chronicles. You got an interview with Ray Bradbury. Who is this? Okay. Got some artwork by Mike Kaluta.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just lots of great artists in here. I've got, and these are actually still pretty cheap. I've got doubles. I got doubles of all these. So there's number 1. Number 2, I love this one. This is a Mike Kaluta cover.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think the actual, the art of the story is actually George Perez and maybe Rico Rival on the inks. So you got some George Perez black and white art in this one.
How do you keep that information in your head, sir?
It won't leave. It won't leave.
That is just, I marvel at that when you can just off the top of your head, just pull out, boom, and know. I mean, what? It's one thing to know the artist, but the inker, and it's, oh my gosh, I'm impressive. I love it.
Okay, here's number 3.
Oh, nice.
Stories from Harlan Ellison, Larry Niven, and Frank Herbert. Big sci-fi names. Love those covers. Like I said, I got doubles of all these, so this is a cool cover. Frank Bruner on this cover, number 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can remember seeing some of these on the rack, on the mag rack, man, and it was just opened up a whole different world.
Yeah, actually, some of these were like some of my originals I got when I was a kid. They would sell these magazines like 4 for 89 cents. They put the sticker on the mad part. But Maloney's was a store. It was close to where my mom used to work. And it was just like a little block building, and they had like tennis shoes, not even in boxes, tied together by the strings, and these big wooden bins, and just one of those catch-all kind of stores, and they would have like a spinner rack. And that's where I originally got my Batman 251. It was one of those 3-packs on that spinner rack, and these were some of them too. But yeah, you got a lot of great illustrations here. I mean, like, look at that.
That is cool.
Yeah. So who we got? We got Don Heck doing art in this.
Oh, Don Heck.
So it's kind of like a who's who of like really great comic artists. This one, I think this is Dick Giordano on this story. I do believe. Yeah. Script by Don and Maggie Thompson, artist by Dick Giordano.
Oh, wow.
And I love Giordano stuff, excuse me. Who else we got in here? We have Tim Conrad, if you remember him.
No. Wow.
Who else? Unless they got interviews and you got ads for like all the other black and white Marvel mags they had going on.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Subscribe to all of them. So there's a whole lot about this that appeals to me. Just a lot of good art, a lot of good stories. I think you got some John Bolton art. Corbin, sorry. Rich Corbin. I'm sorry.
Really? Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell that smooth style in his
Corbin stuff.
Yeah.
And script and art by Bruce Jones.
Kick the can.
Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff in these. Like I say, one of my favorite short run series. Here's number 5.
Cool.
That looks like Conan.
First dead man on the moon.
Yep. Yep.
That looks dangerous.
I'll show who did the cover, but. And here's number 6. This is a really good story. Behold the Man. Guy looks almost like Adam Strange there.
That one there looks very familiar to me. I might have had that as a kid.
Yeah, like I say, these are still pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Like I say, here's another one of those Maloney specials when I was a kid.
Well, yeah.
You can barely see the 4 for $89 on there, but it's on there.
Don't you miss those type of stores though?
Oh yeah, and this is actually another Frank Bruner cover.
Cool.
You got the Michael Moorcock. Of course, his stuff was great. I love these frontispieces that they got here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Looks like something from Wizard of Oz, or not Wizard of Oz, Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
Wow.
Got some art by Gene Colan and Dan Atkins in this one.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, the first 2 pages were. Here's some more. This is more from my guy Alex Nino. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tony, Why Not Art, I think he actually got to meet him at a con. He's still around and doing cons.
Wow.
What else we got here? Okay, got some more Bruce Jones.
Oh yeah.
And it's written by Don Glut and art by Ruben Yandok, or Rubeny as he later became in DC Comics. He did a lot of the horror mystery stuff for DC.
Oh yeah.
Like I say, I can't recommend these enough.
No,
this is just like an annual or a giant size special, and it's basically just reprinting some of the other stories. So the cover's really cool. All right, that's all I got right now.
Whoa. All righty. Let's see here. We'll bring it back in, and we'll go to, where are we here? I think we're right here. Dave says around 124 proof, as I recall, Rod.
Right.
Jack Daniels, bite your tongue. Again, you're talking to an alcohol illiterate here.
Well, so here's the thing though. Jack Daniels and Woodford Reserve, they're under the same company. They're owned by the same people, the Brown Forman family. So Jack Daniels is that part of our liquor family, I guess you could say. Do that and Old Forester and do some tequilas. There's a bunch of stuff, but yeah, that one will light you up.
The Gray Man says, excuse me. There we go. Gets a little dusty in here. All right. Gray Man says, what was that comic you showed? Trial of the Insect. Convicted by the Insects a while back. I'm trying to find it now. I believe this is the one here. I was tried by an insect jury. It's House of Mystery, number 149. So there you go, Mr. Gray Man. So 149, just in case. All righty. And we said Michael Taylor says, I love those under 100 action and Superman covers, under the 100 numbering, I would assume. Yes, very cool. Michael Taylor also says, very cool Mighty Samson Empire State Building cover. I live 5 stops from the Empire State Building by train. Oh, wow.
That's cool. Yeah.
Excellent. And Tony Why Not Art says, love those 1994 Warren magazines. Beautiful covers and cool stories. So underrated. Need a few more to complete my run.
I knew I was going to hear. Yeah, I knew I was going to hear from him on that. So I know he's a big fan of those books.
How many in the? How long was the run?
There was like the 1984 run, and they changed it to 1994 because they didn't want to confuse it with the story in the movie 1984, the George Orwell thing. Yeah. But they didn't run that long. Maybe 10, 15, 20 issues at the most. I might be wrong on that, but it's been a while since I looked. I'm sure Tony can probably tell us or somebody else.
And Lady M says, I like Starlog magazine for their articles on sci-fi movies and TV shows. Yes. I was a big fan of Starlog as well, to get it, not so much for the movies, but for the TV shows. I was a big child of the TV back in the day. And Michael Taylor says, very cool unknown worlds of science fiction. Absolutely.
Yeah, very underappreciated series, yeah.
Yeah, and some of them, like I said, they were triggering memories, man. It was like, whoa, I remember that. It's just something that'll set you off. I remember that guy's face or that character's face or whatever. And Paulo Costa says, George Perez's War Toy story was reprinted in Marvel Preview number 20. Perez reused the robot's design in the Ultron Unlimited storyline he did with Kurt Busiek on the Avengers.
Yeah, Paulo's all over it. He's exactly right.
Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you for that knowledge. I love it. Always learn something, man. Always learn something every week. I love it. Why Not Art? Tony says, Starlog magazine was great, Maranya. Absolutely. Mike Taylor says, Batman 251 in a 3-pack. Great pack. Do you remember the 2 other books that were in that pack?
Do I remember the 2 other books? Of course. It was Superboy and the Legion 197 is when the Legion began, I guess, co-billing with Superboy. It was the first time the Legion of Superheroes was on the cover of the comic. And Shazam number 5. It's one of the early appearances, not a great, not a big key book, but it's one of the early appearances of Archie and Edith Bunker in comic form.
Oh,
they're
really?
not named. They're not named, but you know who they are once you see them.
Very cool. Comic Book Frog says, I would love to talk to Jim Steranko at a con. He seems like a cool dude to hang out with.
He is. He's funny, man. He's hilarious. But he don't like pictures.
He is unique. I mean, he is. When I met him a couple years ago up north here, actually to the left, over in Concord, and he was so engaging with the people as we're standing in line waiting, he's not only talking to the person that he's signing to for, he's also talking to other people in the line and making comments about. He was such a comical character. He was
Oh yeah,
awesome.
and he was always dressed up. You know, he had the turtleneck and the jacket, and his hair was all, you know, slicked back. And he was. But I said, "You mind if I get a picture?" He said, "No, I'm sorry, I don't like don't do pictures, but I'll sit here and talk to you for 30 minutes." You know, and he would. You know,
Yeah,
he was really
he was
entertaining.
really, you, if you get the chance, definitely get there to see him because he is worth it. He was a lot of fun. I was lucky enough to have him sign my Hulk king size special #1 there. You know, the one where he's got the his title on his back there, that classic
Right.
one. Oh, he was so much fun just to talk to, you know. And he'll share his opinion on other artists and stuff like that. He's very, very open, that's for sure. And Michael Taylor says, fantastic books, Shannon.
Thanks, sir.
And Gray Man says, thanks, I worked it out, and a copy is on its way to me now. Love that silliness. I love it. I love it. I love it. If I had a dime for every time I did that, you know, see something that Shannon showed or Dr. Von Chiller or Captain Strangeliffe or any of those guys, and no, right off to eBay. Here we go. You know.
Yeah, I got little post-it notes and index cards full of stuff over here, man.
Well, I'm right there with you. Right, then writing them down. Jackson Roykirk says, "Be ready for him to test you, Froggy. Sleepy Reader 66 was a little put off by him a few weeks ago." Oh, that's too bad. Easy Comic Reader says, nice, Shannon. I've been picking up some Bronze Age magazines. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Can't beat the artwork in those.
No. And like I said, when you started seeing them, because all I ever knew was comics, right? And you see those, and it like opened up a whole new world to you. Yeah, it was black and white, but it was larger than the comics. So somehow it had this more important feel to it, you know, type of thing.
Right. Well, and to me too, you know, we both love art and all that kind of stuff. It's like the color comics are great, and I love them. But black and white kind of gets muted by the color, so you see all the details in a bigger format. And you get to see really how great all these guys were.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. So you see those things, and man, it does. It takes me right back to that time, and I'm like, when I not only because the comics used to be on the lower rack, you know. So, but the mags were up here. So when you looked up there, it was like, oh, what's up here? So great stuff. That's it. We're going high. Tony says, I never met Alex because most of the Filipino artists have passed on, but the one that's still alive is Rudy Nebres. If I pronounce that right, I hope it is. Nebres.
Yeah. For some reason I kept thinking he'd met Alex Nino, but it might have been Garcia Lopez or somebody like that. Yeah.
I met him a few times and commissioned a Doctor Strange sketch.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
I like Rudy Nebres.
And Snuffles McGraw says, great covers on those unknown worlds. All wonderful books, Shannon. And the Hotel Orloff Gratu says that Warren 1984 magazine was pretty vile. Great art, but reprehensible. Uh-oh. What was so bad about it?
Well, opinions vary, I guess.
I don't. What was that's strong words. Reprehensible. Uh-oh. All right. Michael Taylor says that guy's gonna get a stinging sentence. Love it. I love it. I used to. I'm a big fan of puns when people make puns and stuff like that. But there was a fellow I used to work with, and he did not like puns. He had a great sense of humor, but just puns just wasn't his thing. Oh my gosh, we would pepper him unmercifully with puns. You know, me and my fellow coworkers, we're all friends and everything. We did it good natured, but it would be funny. And he would just give you this look like, and walk away.
Some people have no sense of humor.
Yeah, he just said, okay, time to go. Oh, he's a great guy. Maranya says, I remember learning to my chagrin in Starlog that Captain Scarlet and the Mysterians were actually animatronic puppets and not real people, as I believed as a kid. They looked so real, though. Isn't that neat?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of like something like that, the Thunderbirds. My wife. Now we all know what the Thunderbirds are here, but my wife. There's also the Thunderbirds in the Air Force. They're a special elite flying squad, right? Well, my wife and I were always big fans of those. Well, she got on the cable grid and was looking at movies and stuff like that. And there's one of the Thunderbirds coming up. She goes, "Oh, it's Thunderbirds! I want to watch that." I said, "Yes, I definitely want to see that too," but I know all the time what it's going to be. So I am curious. I am curious to see how she reacts when she sees it. I'll let you know how that goes. Michael Taylor says, I liked Starlog. Yes, sir. Oh, great 3-pack, he says.
Yeah, I've never seen like one like where they were still in the pack for sale anywhere out in the wild.
Yeah, I've never seen one.
It would probably be like $2,000 or $3,000 probably.
Whew. Ouch. Ow. I'm still trying to find one of the Charlton ones like Captain Strangelife has. I doubt I'll ever find one. Yeah. But that's just too cool. That'd be like maybe a holy grail of multi-packs or something. I don't know.
Right.
Gratu says, I removed my opinionated comment about 1994. Sorry. Well, you don't have to remove it. We all have opinions. Don't worry about that. Ain't no problem. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody's got to have an opinion. Don't fret it. Don't worry about removing anything. We say what we want here. No worries. Michael Taylor says, yes, Starenko would be another comic artist that would be knighted. I agree. Sure. As long as they don't make sure not to cut any of that hair, because that hair is perfect every time.
Oh, yeah.
Fireball Comic says, watching y'all has cost me quite a bit. Ooh, I want that. And that one too.
I feel the same way watching other people's videos.
That's it. Awesome. Michael Taylor says, great show. Had a blast as always. Well, thank you very much.
Always happy to have you, Mike.
And I think that catches us up with the peanut gallery. So, it's already afternoon time. Holy mackerel. We are in overtime. Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm sure we both had more books, so maybe we can do a part 2 next week.
Yeah, sure. I got more right in the stack behind me. So why don't we do that? Yeah, we'll plan on it right now. Yeah, we'll plan on it right now.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for part 2.
That'll take out the guesswork, huh?
That's it. And poor Shannon, he has to remind me sometimes because I'll just forget. And hey, you want to do this? And yeah, I like that idea. Sure, let's do it. Because I'm wicked procrastinator. I'll forget and put things off. And holy mackerel! So, and we got Froggy saying, "Let's get nuts." All righty. Well, what you got going on the rest of this weekend, Shannon? Anything?
Man, I'm not going to do anything. I actually got one of those rare weekends where I don't have to do anything. Just maybe some chores around the house, and other than that, just going to chill out. Maybe watch a little baseball later, and
Cool beans. Yeah, I don't have much going on myself. I'm gonna celebrate my 61st birthday walking this mud planet here tomorrow. So we're gonna probably do something, go out to eat or something like that. There may be a pizza in my future, hopefully. So
pizza and comics.
You got it. You pizza and comics. I'm in heaven. That's it. So, let's see. Let's check. One last run through. Jackson Roy Kirk says, woohoo, part 2. Yeah, baby. Next week. Be here. Tony says, who would be on your Mount Rushmore of great artists, Rod and Shannon? Ooh.
Man.
Ooh.
You're talking about just 4 artists, right?
Yeah. Wow.
That would be so hard for me.
All right, we got a week to think of it. Tony, come back next week.
We'll do that. We'll think about that, and I mean,
we'll have our answers next week.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says, I saw a gold key 3-pack listed on eBay a long time ago. I was just looking last night at multi-packs, and I didn't see one. I saw a lot of DC, a lot of Marvel, but Mike Taylor says it was a Green Hornet 3. Yeah, man. If that would have been affordable, if it was like $50 or less, and I saw that, it would be coming home to me, because that would have been a real cool one to have. Comic Frog says 61. Yeah, that's it. 61, baby. 61, born in 62. Happy birthday, Rod, says Tony. Well, thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
See, the good thing about that is that makes you a year older than me. And next year at this time, you'll still be older than me.
I give my wife too, because my wife was born in January, so she's 6 months older than I am. So I always say, yeah, I married an older woman, or she robbed the cradle. Take your pick. Comic Book Frog says, you don't look a day over 60. Well, thank you, Froggy. I appreciate that. Easy Comic Reader says, happy birthday, Doc. Well, thank you very much. Easy Reader, I appreciate that. He says, look out. Maranya says, happy birthday, Rod. You're going to be $29.95 plus international shipping and handling, just like me. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Jackson Roykirk says, hey, Frog, you know who does look many days over 60? Uh-oh. Happy birthday, Rod, says Michael Taylor. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. And Quite Enough says, happy birthday, Doc. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Maranya says, take care, Rod and Shannon, all the wonderful nutty members of the Peanut Gallery, and all the nuts of the day out there. Stay safe. Maranya, thank you very much. Appreciate you sharing your Saturday again with us. You have a great rest of your weekend and a great week ahead, hopefully. Whoop, skip Tony. There we go. Tony says, we definitely come back to that Mount Rushmore question next week. Very hard to answer since there's a lot of great artists. Yeah, there is. Can't wait to hear your responses. Got to put some serious thought into that, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And Gray Man says, I am the same with my missus from February to September. I am here, the toy boy. Michael Taylor says, Dave Stevens would have to be on the mountain. Oh, boy. It's tough, man. It's going to be tough. The Gray Man says, I'm the same. Oh, I read that one. Sorry. Did I read that twice? Oh, happy birthday. Oh, he says happy birthday. Well, thank you very much, Gray Man. Appreciate that. And Snuffles McGraw says, happy birthday, Doc. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much, Snuffles. I'm sure I'll be tagging you, liking some of your pictures later on this afternoon. So on Instagram. So check them out. Tony says, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend as well. You too, Tony.
Have a good one, buddy. It's always happy to see you on here.
We'll see you next week. We'll get that answer for you. Michael Taylor says, but it would have to be a couple of mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to do like a 4 main ones and then 4 alternates and then maybe 4 other alternates. I don't know.
Silver Age mountains, Golden Age mountain. Right. Absolutely. Easy Comic Reader says, take care, everyone. And Maranya says, my husband is a month and 11 days older than me, but he looks years younger. My family teased me about robbing the cradle when they met him. He had to show his ID to prove his age. Well, there you go.
Man, I envy that guy. I envy that guy.
All right, Shannon. Any last words before we head out of here?
Just everybody have a great weekend. And again, we keep repeating it, but thank you so much. If there was no you, there would be no us. So we appreciate everybody comes and spends part of their Saturday with us and for being in the chat and the Peanut Gallery. And we'll do it again next week.
Sounds like a plan, man. I couldn't have said it better. You guys are the show. I mean, we're just here showing comics. If we didn't have you guys in there, man, we'd be just showing comics, just him and I. So, I mean, we've done that many times too. So great to have everybody with us. We really, really do thank you. I appreciate it. And Shannon appreciates it. And today, let's see. Uh-oh. I don't have my comic channel of the day, and I did one too. So,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on real quick. Real quick. Let me just go. Boom. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, it's not in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Getting older sucks, huh, Rod?
Yes, it does. I'm telling you. Where did I put it? It's always there. I don't know where it is. Is it in here? There we go. I think we got it. Okay, we got it. Now I just got to find which one it was that I did. I'll recognize it when I see it. Where are you? Where are you? No comic box. What? Do I not have it? I could have sworn I did that. Uh-oh. Well, I guess I don't have one. I thought I did. Oh my gosh, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. I know I did it. I know I did it, but where I put it, I don't know where I put it. I know I did
you'll find it after we get off here.
Yeah, of course I will. So, well, so I apologize. Next week we'll have it. I'll get my act together. Doggone it. So, thanks again, everybody, for showing up.
Right.
Shannon, you have a great weekend.
You too, buddy. Thank you, fine people, for hanging out with us.
Yeah. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Take care.